Welcome to another episode of WID RIDDIM. I am your host Riddim, and today we're going to talk about all things interview and creatives and people, getting your brand out there. So I'm going to give interview tips for before, during, and after a media interview. And before I even go into it, I need to qualify myself, because you're probably wondering, how do I know these things? And so I have to give all that information. So I've been in the media fraternity for about 5 years. I worked at Roots 96.1 FM on one of their radio shows called Youth Talk, and I was responsible for a segment of Youth Talk called Youth Stars. I was a presenter and producer on Youth Talk itself. I was responsible for like 2 segments as the producer, and producer and presenter. I presented through the entire thing, but I specifically had 2 features on it where I would present and produce by myself. So I would produce Youth Stars, and the Youth Stars is where I would interview up and coming young creatives. And I've interviewed the likes of DL, Black Hero, and Royal Blue, just to name a few. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I probably gave them their first media interview. After leaving Youth Talk and Roots, I now work at a local TV station where I'm one of the producers of the morning show. So I come here with a wealth of knowledge from both radio and TV on interview tips and what not to do during, before, and after an interview. We're going to go right into it, and it's before. Before you get an interview, the first thing you need to know, and the first thing you need to do actually, is reach out. People can't know that you want an interview if you don't reach out. There are instances where us as a producers would see an artist or a creative or someone who we think would be interesting to invite to our show, so we invite them, but more than likely it's through emails that we book persons. So you need to send an email. You need a professional email, something that represents your brand well, and you would need that email. And in the email, when you're sending the email, please have the email be thought out. Don't just send a good morning, good afternoon, please see attached, thank you, and then that's the attachment with something there. What that?
Stupid! Use your common sense.
What you need to have, the email needs to be well explained on why you want the interview and why the interview would be good for you, and also for the station, also for the show. And then attached to the email is your bio. Now listen to me, people. The bio is very, very important. Your bio is what you will take with you throughout your entire career. Now your bio will be from before you started, now that you've started, and where you want to go. And as you go along, your bio will upgrade. So persons will be able to see growth from your bio. And the hosts will use your bio to ask you all questions, anything that they want to find out about you. If you get the interview and you're on set and they're asking you questions, would more than likely be from the information that they get from the bio. So if you don't give them any information, the interview would really be them trying to pull stuff out of you, because they wouldn't know what to ask you. So please, don't send anything that has 3 sentences. Hi, my name is, I'm a, and in 5 years I see myself. That won't help anybody, especially you, because the interview would be about you, and if we don't know what to help you to promote, then it's not beneficial to you. So please, for your sake, please give a well thought out bio, a well written bio, right? Something that about a page or so, talking about your love for what you do, why you continue to do it despite the outcomes, the struggles that you've had with it, your victories, all of that stuff. Put it in your bio. The next thing now, if you get a call now, say, hi, this is so and so from so and so, I would love to interview you. You need to know Now, be on time, right? So it is still before the interview, but on the interview day, being on time. If you get a call time, work with the call time, because at any point in time, your interview slot could move up and they could put you first, right? Even though they probably have a running order on how they want to set it, the running order can change on the day. And if you're not there to be in a segment, then they have to find somebody else or something else to fill the slot. And more than likely, you are not going to get another opportunity, because if you miss the time that you got, then you're probably going to miss it another time. And there are other persons out there who probably want this opportunity that would probably not be late. So they'd give them the time. Another thing, and this is especially for the men, you don't need a lot of persons to come with you to an interview, really and truly. You don't. You don't need a lot of persons. You don't need no bag of man for you to walk up and down with you.
Move this now. Move this now.
Really and truly, most of them are not going to be let in the studio. It's probably you and someone else. It's probably just two of you. So to save yourself and them the embarrassment, just come with one extra person, you and one extra person. Somebody probably take pictures for you while you're on set, or the video while you're on set, and that's it. When you get there, you get on set, you are asked questions by the hosts. How do I put this? It's okay to be nervous. It's very fine to be nervous. Everybody gets nervous, and it's perfectly normal. But I think where we fall short is how we answer questions, right? So now, I told you before that the questions would come from your bio. So this is something that you know. So if they ask you a question, the yes and no answers are not fitting. More than likely, they want you to go into it, explain why is this thing your thing. Why do you do what you do? Why do you love it? What the challenges that you've been through with it, and why are you still continuing despite the challenges? Those are the things. People love human stories, things that they can relate to. So when they hear of you struggling with something, they can identify with it and say, oh, I've struggled with probably not the same thing, but I've struggled with something, so I know what this person is going through, and I still want to do my things, and I understand that this person still also wants to do their thing, because you really want to reach to the heart of people. And if you give yes and no answers, you're not reaching to anybody. It's not a questionnaire. You're not filling out a survey, really. So you should really go into answering the questions with long answers. The interview, as I said, let me repeat it again. The interview is about you. And I know I just said repeat it again.
Oh my God! Wow! Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid! Use your common sense.
Let me repeat it. The interview is about you. It's about you and you only. The hosts are just there as a guide, probably to ask you the questions that you probably won't know which question to do or what to answer first. So they ask you the questions to help you give the information. That's your job, right? Basically, it's not about them. It's about you. So you are on set. When they ask you the question, you go into it, right? And you can talk as much. I think most hosts get the information that they should allow you to talk if you're talking, and only probably stop you when they have a question and they want to go into something else, really and truly. Your attire is very important in an interview. The same way, a person go on job interviews, how they dress. Your attire, I know you're probably a creative or representing your brand and stuff, but how you carry yourself is very important. One, you don't need glasses to be on set, because the lights are going to reflect in your glasses unless it's prescription. You don't need sunglasses to be on the set. The lights are going to reflect in it. It's going to show behind what is behind the camera, and it's probably interfere with the camera and show it. So they can't really even zoom in on you that much, because what it's going to show is what probably they don't want to show behind behind you. If they do, they'll probably turn the camera there. So the glasses are not needed. The sleeveless. I think everywhere has a dress code policy, and I think they normally send it out what they are okay with and what they are not okay with. White, don't wear white. You see me? It don't make no sense. You do that. That don't make no sense. Because light reflection hit on it, and it just gonna spoil it. So just wear something that match you and you, but when you're finished, when you are through, this is what I want you to do. Leave.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
When you're done, you don't need to do anything else but go. Yes, you can take pictures, enjoy a little self, but after that, I think you just take a minute to take some pictures. After that, you go, because there's other things to do. The hosts probably have other interviews. Floor manager probably have other guests to bring in. So you're really hindering people's time. And then once you're done, you ask your question if you want to ask a question, collect a number if you want, and then you leave. You don't need anything else from that. So that's basically it, like before, the during, and after. What I can offer you is an opportunity to give a mock interview. I do this. You can DM me on Instagram or Twitter at RIDDIM, RIDDIM _THAPOET. Myself and my partner, what we do, we give you interview tips, set up mock interviews, and run it for you so that you are not unprepared on the day. And of course, we do it for our cost. It's not, this is what we do to make an extra book, to help persons to be better and sell their brand better. And especially for persons who don't have a PR team, you can reach out to us and we'll help you to get to where you need to go, to help you and your career and your craft to reach a different mass properly. Because you can come and do an interview and you do so bad and nobody wants to interview again. We have the expertise, we've been here, so we know what we're doing. So come and ask us to help, we'll work out a payment plan, and we'll get you on your feet. And we probably, if possible, can even try and assist you in getting an interview, so you can do what we've practiced. So that has been another episode of WID RIDDIM. Remember, please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and tell a friend to tell all your friends, because I'm dropping gems, we're having fun, and we do challenges. So this has been an episode of WID RIDDIM.